on NC Outdoors with David. We're with Mr. Langdon out here at Camp Flintlock, and we're going to fire off some black powder muskets.
Good morning. My name is Tim Langdon. We are going to shoot a reproduction Deep River, North Carolina style Flintlock rifle. It is 40 caliber. The barrel is 4 feet long, similar to original ones. So, neat thing about this gun is it has a swivel patch box. It turns like this. It's unique to Deep River guns instead of a sliding one. So when you load a Flintlock, it's powder, patch, and ball. You always measure your gunpowder pour it from a horn or a container. Do not pour it straight down the barrel. You don't know how much you got in there. So you go powder first. I've got some pre-cut patches. Stick that up there, and then put your ball on there. It's supposed to center it. In the old days, they simply put a piece of cloth up there and then cut it off. Once you get that tapped in, you short start it. Take your ramrod out and invert it. Note the length of the ramrod, it's really long. And you're going all the way down, seat it on the gunpowder charge. Return your ramrod. Now we have to prime the flash pan. It's got 2 triggers. I pull the back trigger. Well, let me click it. Pull the back trigger and it clicks to set the front one. I'm going to put a little bit of gunpowder in the flash pan right here. I have a flash pan charger. Don't push it up against the hole. It needs to flash and jump into the hole. Close the hammer down. Now it's on half cock. When I get ready to shoot, I pull it back to full cock. The set trigger turns the front one into a hair trigger. So you just touch it and it goes off, which I will demonstrate. Alright, so I got my target, set my trigger, go to full cock, one more click, aim, and fire. And I hit the target, flipped it around. That's how you shoot a smoke pole. Alright, so this rifle is a 40 caliber. The ball is this big. It shoots a 395 diameter. So we're going to load again. Got my powder.
What's the stuff you just put on the
cloth? You put grease on it. This is a commercial grease, ox yoke, or it's called Wonder Lube. In the old days, they used bear grease, tallow fat, mutton, and spit was also preferred. You got to lubricate it a little bit, go down the barrel. I got a loading rod to make this a little quicker. You load it with a stick and shoot it with a little rock. Right here is your flint, and periodically you tap this, put some little teeth on there, keep it tight where it's striking this hammer, making your spark. It actually shaves a piece of metal off of that and drops it in there. That's what sets off the gun. Alright, so I'm going to load it, hand it over to Mr. David. He's going to take a shot. You also, it gets on a damp day, the powder starts to turn into this slushy stuff, so try to keep that clean. Alright, back trigger's set.
Thank you.
You have to cock it, one pull click, and then you pull the front trigger to shoot it.
The front trigger is the hair one.
That's the one that makes it go off. The back trigger, it won't shoot. The back trigger sets the front one.
Okay.
So you cock it. That's good. Just as soon as it clicks.
All right.
And when you touch it, it doesn't have any play. And the set trigger won't have any play in it. It goes off as soon as it moves.
Let's see. Got it.
You hit it?
I hit it.
Oh yeah, it moved back around, didn't it?
Sure did.
I should have videotaped it. I was going to, and I didn't get it quick enough. Well, you got it
That
on
was awesome.
GoPro, right?
Yep.
All right, you want to load it?
Sure.
This is powder, patch, and ball. And to keep it from getting clogged up, we're going to swab the barrel between shots. After you swab the barrel, sometimes it pushes gunk up into the touch hole. So you have a little tool here called a pick. Stick in there's a little hole right there. You push through to make sure that's clear. It goes through and touches the barrel on the opposite side. All right, so this is how much powder, patch, and ball. I'm gonna, oh, is that where you can see yourself?
Yeah, basically. So you just tap this in there?
With this one, you have
Got a
to
lever?
turn that
Okay.
and then pour it in.
There we go.
And just fill it up.
Okay. Now pour that down here.
Right. Pour, just dump it all straight in. They used to take a thimble and start, and keep adding a little bit until they got it just right, and then they would drill out a antler and measure until they got it, just cut the antler off of it. So they just shot the same amount of powder every time. Didn't matter what distance was.
Right.
There's kind of a sweet spot.
So then
You put the
powder,
what you need. It's powder, patch, and ball.
powder, patch, ball.
I always put a little extra grease on these, and grease side up. You hold it right in the center. You got to put a ball dead center, and make sure the patch is dead center.
All right.
Push it in there. Take that little short thing and push it down. It'll go in just a hair. Then do the other one. Go down like 5 inches or so. Just tap it. Yeah.
There we go.
And then take the ramrod, invert it, and push it all the way to the bottom.
All the way down.
Yeah, and you want to hold it. Don't reach as high as you can, because sometimes you'll bend it and snap it.
Ooh.
You reach it, you just get a little short stroke at a time, straight down till it taps. Let me see what it feels like. Yeah, it's got extra, and I put a mark on here, but it wore off as to where it's pretty much
Where it should
loaded.
go.
Kind of loaded, yeah. It's about 6 inches. That's all the way down.
All right.
All right, now you want to pick the gun up. It's already on half cock.
Right.
So
You put a little on the.
let's put some gunpowder. This one uses a smaller amount. Just push down and release it, and it drops and tilt it this way. Yeah, that's enough. You can just lay that right there.
Okay.
They use, then pull this back with your third and fourth finger. You don't want your hand to do like this, because this thing will cut you.
All right.
All right, so to fire it now, you have to pull the back trigger to set the front one. See, it's loose.
Mm-hmm.
You could go ahead and do that. All right, now it won't shoot until you go on full cock.
Right.
So just walk up there.
2.0.
Alright, just hold still for a second. So you got a misfire, so here, what you do is half cock it, move the flint just a hair. Alright, reset it, full cock. Alright, try it again.
Got it.
You got a slow ignition too. Click, boom. But you still hit it. That's good, man, because you got good follow through. We ain't missed, man.
3 for 3.
Kill a deer with one of these. So what you want to do is swab the barrel once with this.
Barrel's one.
Yeah, you put that up there and you hold it while you push it to stretch it a little bit, and then it'll go all the way down and all the way back.
Stretch it a little bit so that it'll actually, the cloth will come back.
Well, it makes it not. It makes it. It's not as bunchy when it's going in. All right, you don't have a pick over there, so at this point, pick the vent, the touch hole cover first.
Okay, so that goes forward. Half cock. Just one hole, or is there two?
There's just that one that's in the barrel right there.
Right.
That's it. Just stick it in the hole and pull it out.
All right. There we go.
This has been sitting up a while. See, it's got a little rust in there. That ain't good.
Uh-oh.
Sheesh.
Humidity.
And in this gun safe too, it was clean when it was put in there, but you check them sometimes. You're like, hey, these things is kind of like a cast iron frying pan. You need to use it. Oh, the touch hole is much bigger than that one. Call this Kevin and Anthony.
Uh-oh. I think I got two. There we go.
So we're putting like 60 grains of powder. They would have put like something like that. People that shoot a lot, they will start off like, if it's a 40, they'll start with 40 grains. Shoot a bunch of shots on the bench, see how it patterns, and then go to 45. Shoot some, see how it patterns, then go to 50, 55. And then they say, well, okay, 55 shoots the best, and then they might change them one at a time. 56, 57, depending on how particular they are. Most people don't. They go in 5 grain increments. But then they're like, all right, there's the sweet spot right there.
Oh.
Powder patch, and you
Powder
got to ram
patch.
it all the way down.
Oh. I think you. I think last time I was out here, you told me that what to do if you sometimes mess that up.
Oh, you put some powder in the hole from the back side and blow it out. If you forget to put the powder in there, because you always say to yourself, powder, patch, and ball. You put the powder in there. You get to talking, you'll forget to put the powder in there sooner or later. And you take that real fine 4F and drop it here and let it go down in the hole. And then you can blow the ball out with just 4 or 5 grains of powder.
Shall I go ahead and fire off another?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oops, wait a minute, don't want to throw my gun.
Oh, nope.
Did you prime the flash pan?
I did not prime the flash pan. That goes up this piece right here. Down and up. Oop. Close that back. So we have, okay, half cock, full cock. Let's see. Did it again.
So just, you got powder in there?
Yep.
Just shut it and try it again. It's damp, that's what's going on. Oh, you got a flash in the pan that time.
Yep, big time.
Alright, so now you got to reset. Let me see it. Let me see.
Hold on, I pulled the hammer all the way back.
That's okay. What you do is let it go all the way down and come back halfway. So since it flashed, let's wipe this out. Pick the hole. Yeah, it's getting dirty. Or it's getting like gunpowder mud. I'm going to turn it up and let some of it go in that hole. And take a pick and push a little bit in there. Let me shoot it. It always hang fires when I do this. Or not always, but a lot of times it does. But go back to that duel. It did go off though.
Yes, it did.
Alright, I usually just like go to half cock right when I've done that.
Alright.
Okay, now this one is loaded but not primed. This is a youth size one here. Everything's smaller, you know, it's like 12-inch pull for girls and kids, so. Shoots good too. It kicks a little more than the other one with the same amount of powder barrels. It's just not as heavy.
Or as long.
Yeah, or as long. Yeah, that'll make that accurate. Recoil too. I didn't ask if you wanted any earplugs, man.
No, I'm good.
They're not as loud as
It's nowhere near as loud as a AR or,
handgun. Oh, I know.
or a handgun.
It's like a firecracker. Yeah, we shoot blanks at the schools. They're not loud at all. Boom. Got a deep pitch, poof kind of sound. All right.
Grease. Centered. Ball. Powder patch. Ball. A nifty looking little thing. It's right there.
Yeah, it's called a short starter. In the old days, a lot of them just coned the end of the barrel, kind of bored it out, and they could just push it down in there with a thumb real easy. And some people cone their guns today.
Alright. Down. Alright.
If you need a rag, just grab one of these pieces of cloth. Alright, give me a second. I want to see if I can get it. Alright, go ahead.
Didn't click the second trigger first.
Yep.
What'd I do wrong?
Nothing. I don't know. Let me see if mine will shoot.
It's high humidity today.
Alright, 1 second. Alright, go. Getting a good flash in the pan there.
That's where that phrase comes. Flash in the pan?
Yeah, flash in the pan. Yeah, twice in a row. Huh, maybe it's a touch hole liner. Weird. I might need to put a bigger hole in that thing.
It fired with the bigger greens last time.
I know, they will stop using the 4F. Because we got 3F in the barrel. Here you go. Trigger set. Just cock it and
Alright. Got it.
good shot. Flip back around.
That is so nice.
So, hey, yeah, I don't know what.
Smoke coming out the barrel still. Out that hole.
Yeah, it'll smoke a while. Let me clean it a little bit. with my use rifle yet. See what my problem is here.
Alright, so.
I might get rained out if it's still there.
Uh-oh. Yep, we got a light drizzle going.
Yeah, and I can hear it. Keep your powder dry.
Powder dry, don't go off half cocked.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all those phrases come from?
Yep. Don't be a flash in the pan.
Alright. Beautiful. That is so cool. Smoke coming out of the barrel.
Oh, I know.
Just kind of like pools right there in the little entryway in the flash pan. That's so neat.
Thus the term smoking gun.
The smoking gun. Where'd you get that target that flips back and forth?
Phase 5 targets
Face 5 targets.
in Fayetteville.
Alright, so on this target, it's got a cross stand, plate.
It's not finished because it stops. We can't see it on the last shot.
That one goes back. There's one more.
Yeah,
So
it does like
flips back and forth. Sets all the way down. Want me to just go ahead and reset it?
Yeah, you can take it out and set it back to the top. On the last one, it comes back and
Yep, it's locked. Locks in the back.
Can't see it. Pretty cool.
Yep. Once you know it needs to be reset.
Yeah, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be back here.
And who made this again?
Phase 5.
Phase 5 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's cool.
All right, let's try it.
I flinched.
What?
I flinched.
You flinched. I probably did too.
All right. Cocked. All right. Uh-oh. I blew it off.
Did it come completely off?
It did. It looked like it came completely off.
Killed the target.
I killed the
Dang,
target.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
if I shoot it with that 50 cal or our 62 caliber rifle, it'll come off every time if you hit it really solid. All right. I want to get a shot the first time. I got a shot off. I didn't hit anything, but I got a shot off the first time. I got to get on some paper with this and see how. It's so much smaller than that one. See, like take it and point it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's harder to put it on the target and keep it there, but it's for a youth size. The length of pull on it's is only 12 inches instead of like 14.
Yeah.
That way a kid can reach it.
And my hand's like almost touching my face.
Oh, I know. That's got some pretty wood on it. This is a Mecklenburg style. See, it's got 2 screws.
Uh-huh.
And just the design, that's the way they made guns near Charlotte during the Revolutionary War. Make a couple others here. Well, it's just Satan trying to stir up trouble. Like you said in Job, I've been rambling the earth. If you read between the lines, it's like, I'm just rambling the earth causing problems. You know the first chapter of Job, which is angels come in and Satan came in and God's like, where you been? He says, I've been rambling the earth, to and fro. Hey, what about Job? He's righteous. Because you made him rich. Got that comeback. Right. Take his money, see if he still listens to you or me. And now I'm like, God, you don't have to do that to me just to prove a point with the devil. Covered in boils. You know, that's scary thinking.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, and also I've thought sometimes, I wonder if Satan and God's like, well, hey, you know, if you'll let me do this to David, then he'll be done with. You just watch me. Let me go do such and such. Just say it. We'll try him out. You know, he probably, or he just has reign to go do certain things and don't have to. And you know, whatever you're tempted with or challenged with.
Well, I've learned never ask God to humble you.
Yeah.
Because he will. In a major way. Somebody once told me that is one prayer that is always answered.
Keep me humble.
You want God to humble you, he will do so. Remind you that you need him.
All right. All right, I'm ready for powder patch and ball.
All right. Got it.
You're a good shot, man. At that, I will just tell you, you're nice and tall. You look good in that gun.
I do. I feel good in this gun. This thing's great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hit it for a change.
Got it.
I've been shooting over it. I angled a little low that time.
I like this. This is
That
nice.
gun right there sells for about $2,400, $2,500.
Ooh.
So then, so the lock, the stock, and the barrel, each one of them costs like $200 or more dollars. And then you got the furniture, and then he has to hand make this stuff that goes on there, you know?
Right.
And you got to inlet it. Now, there's a company that makes stocks they could take one and copy it, put it on a machine,
Uh-huh.
but you still have like a little bit to do. In the old days, they would have took a piece of wood and sawed it with a saw. They'd have put the barrel in it first. It'd be like this thick. They'd put the barrel in it and the lock plate, and then draw it off, and then start cutting and chiseling it, and just file it right on down. They don't have to do quite that much work. If you buy the parts to make a similar style gun, and now this would cost a little more because the barrel is 4 feet. Most people don't go past 42 inches. But I wanted a 4-foot one because that's what they used to use.
Right.
But today, a lot of guys, I don't want one that long, or and they're easier and cheaper to manufacture.
Well, I mean, with a longer barrel,
Especially somebody your height.
I mean, this thing's
It's got a balance point right there.
yeah, right there where
Right there.
where your hand goes. I mean, it's
This one's
awesome.
about the same way. This has got a swamp barrel on it too, but it ain't swamped as much as some of them. You can tell a big difference if the barrel is straight. It always is heavy on your hand. It don't hold as easy. You're having to keep it held up.
All right. Back. Full cocked.
Dead on it, man.
Dead on it again.
I'm gonna have to get you one of those.
I think so. This is sweet.
I'm in the National Muzzleloading Rifle Association, so they're always doing tests and writing them up about shooting. And so one time they tested different patch greases. Everything was the same. The thickness, the gun. They put the gun on a scale, loaded it with a torque wrench, so it made it push it down the exact amount of pressure every time.
Wow.
This kind of mess. And the only thing they changed, they went through trying to make it as scientific as possible. Same patch, same weighed all the balls. Any of them that was off so much, they threw them out. Everything weighed the same, patch the same. 2 or 3 guns, and the guys that could shoot them were really good, and they put a scope on them. They just clamped the 4-power scope on them to help them, and they're shooting off a bench too. So
Right.
So they shot with Wonder Lube and different kind of lubes, spit, urine, water. They had like 10 different things. So guess which one works the best?
Spit.
The spit gave the smallest, when everybody's shooting, the spit gave the smallest,
Very good.
most accurate shot, was just spitting on the patch and putting it down and shooting it. So I'm like, all right.
Spit it is.
There's even a lube called Spit Patch that a company makes. Spit Patch. It's been around ever since muzzleload kind of got popular in the 70s.
So we click it, set the trigger, set the hammer. Nailed it.
You ain't missed hardly.
I think I missed once.
That's good. You probably had a misfire. I'm sure you missed it.
Back to half cock. Foot. That's so awesome. Hey honey, guess what I want for Father's Day?